Hello everybody, I have got an updated guide on labor regeneration. Wanted to redo this one because there was a recent patch and I wanted to make sure A, that everything still works, and then B, I guess to just talk about some things that I kind of like recommend and what I don't. But anyway, let's get into it. All right, so I've got 6 open slots on my account here. These top 4 are all like my permanent characters. These all have like pajamas and all that good stuff. So great ways of labor regeneration. But I want to talk about two other really good ways. And unfortunately, they are going to require at least one open slot, because we're actually going to rotate these and delete these. But anyways, all right. So let's get into the first one. The first one is going to require. I use Haranis for the first one. Let's make a gunslinger because these are brand new, and we can just go with the default looks. We don't need to trick this character out because this is not going to be around for very long. Now, if you're going to notice something here, when I click this, it's going to say alert, the prologue can now be skipped. Would you like to skip? We're going to skip that, and I'm going to show you how to do that. There's an option here. So if you go into your game folders, obviously you're in your, this is the default location, by the way. I don't know if you've installed Arcade in some other place. This could be a little bit different, so you'll have to figure out how to navigate here, but this is the default. So it's local disk C Arcade documents. And then what you're looking for is the user file or folder. There's a ton of these on my computer because I've run a lot of accounts from this computer. But anyways, you're going to go into here. And then the last file, there should be a skip dialog file here. If you don't have this, you may need to just make one, which, you could just do new and then just do a text document. But anyways, mine is already here. So let's click on this. Now, this has got a bunch of the different the characters that I've made, I guess, on this account or computer. And what you're looking for here is the name of the character that you're going to use, and then you want to do a space, and then the number 3. And what that's going to do for you is skip the prologue. So again, this is for if you want to do this multiple times and you want to skip the prologue. I just think it's it's great for somebody that's planning on doing this a lot, and just destroying these characters. So, anyways, all right, let's get into it. We're basically just gonna rush green quests. This isn't gonna be particularly difficult to do. Excuse me. And the reason why I picked the Harani is the Haranis get their. What we're trying to do here is to get the. What is it? It's the item that upgrades. It's an infusion, and it upgrades your whatever your base gear. And we just want to rush that because the first time that you do that, you're going to get labor regeneration pots or pots. So they restore labor over time. Unfortunately, though, so like this method is great for like the end of the night when. You're done playing, and you just want some extra labor regeneration. So like, I'll assume that you've got a main, or maybe you've got multiple mains, and you just want to restore labor overnight. Again, though, unfortunately, this does require an open slot. So I know some people have accounts that are all filled up with characters. So unfortunately, if you've got like 6 characters and they're all, they all have pajamas and stuff, well, it's unfortunate, but this is not going to work for you. But anyways, all right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab one of these cactus on the way. This is kind of, I guess it's pretty much a must do for this. Unfortunately, here we only got 3. You can get 3 or 4. It's not going to matter at the end of the day here, but I just grab the. All right, so this one we don't even need to talk to that guy over there. So we're done. We're basically done with the green quest. So we're just going to rush into town here, and excuse me, sorry. We're going to take off all of our gear because we're going to need to sell this stuff. And you know, if you end up getting 4 cactuses, you don't need to take off your gear so that you can sell it. But you know, unfortunately, I only got the 3. So this is kind of worst case scenario, which is fine. But anyways, all right. So let's identify this, and then I'll just show you here. Oh, that's weird. It didn't say that I can use. Oh, I wonder if. Oh, that could be a problem. All right, so let's see here. We've got a 2-hander, a ranged weapon crate. Whoa, we might need to tweak this a little bit. Yeah, look at this. I don't know why that's the case, but apparently, oh, it's because this is a civilian rifle. Jeez, I'm silly. Okay, I'm rusty. Let's open this up and get the explorer's rifle. Yeah, wow, that's actually kind of funny. So they've changed that because we picked the gunslinger. Basically, every other character would have started out with a bow. Now, again, this is going to be changed though now, and because this is new, because they put rifles in the game, they gave us that ranged weapon crate, and they gave us the civilian whatever, right? This is called a civilian rifle. Normally, excuse me, sorry. When they would give us our range, they would have only given us the bow right away, and it was always, I believe, the explorer's bow, which then this was. Anyways, this is none of this stuff matters. But let's just take a look here. So we're gonna try to upgrade this rifle, and it's gonna take here it says 12 silver, 9 copper. We don't have any money, so let's sell our stuff here. That's the explorer's rifle. Sell all this stuff. Can't sell your quest gear, which that's fine. Oop, and then the cactus. Look at that, 1288, perfect. All right, so that's still good. Let's do synthesis. There we have it. That gives us the 5 Adventures Winged Elixir. I believe with the new patch, you can actually get these, like, I don't know, this is like end game. You can, I don't know, trade with some trader, but like this is free and it takes, a couple minutes. So, if you notice here, so it says rank 1 adds additional labor regen +3 for 5 minutes. These are nuts. So basically, if you don't have a patron account, patron adds 5 labor regen every 5 minutes. Every normal account only restores 5 labor every 5 minutes. So for the first hour that this is active, you'll actually restore 8 if you're non-patron. If you're patron, again, it'll be 13. For the following hour, you will restore an additional 6 in addition to your 5. So you would be at 11. Again, that's a non-patron. Anyways, whatever. None of that stuff matters. But rank 5, you'll end up getting +15 for every tick, every 5 minute tick. Basically, so you get, and like I said, it lasts for an hour. So that's, 2 is 10 minutes, 4 ticks for 20 minutes. So what is that? 12 ticks for a full hour? If I've done my math right there. 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Wow, that's actually, 12 ticks. I think I did do that right. All right. Anyways, so tons of labor. So that's the first option. I'm not gonna bother using this because we're gonna go right into the next method. Again, this is great for if you're done for the night. This is way better than, by the way, there's the hot springs. The hot springs is still a thing, and if you're familiar with the end game, you probably know what the hot springs are. The hot springs are terrible because they only give you 3 labor regen every 5 minutes, no matter what. It doesn't ramp up. The longer you're in there, it's crap. So, all right, let's move on. We're gonna make another gunslinger again, just for funsies. So we're gonna do the princess here. All right, so this is going to be the real the bulk of the video here. This part of it's gonna take about an hour 10 minutes, somewhere right around in there. Oh wow, that was fast. Skipping that, awesome. Yeah, this is what's going to get us the. It's like to look around who's sitting in the newbie area. So this is going to get us the 5 labor rechargers. And is this a travel stone? Yeah. Yeah, let's hit that. All right, so that'll speed us up. I always go with the elf for this. You can definitely use other races. I don't know what's going to be better. I'll be honest. So I will say that I've tried this with the the dwarf, and the dwarf is terrible. Don't recommend doing this with the dwarf at all. The dwarf just does way too much combat, and you know, if you're like upgrading your gear and stuff as you go, it might not be so bad. But even then, like it's so time consuming, the amount of mobs that you have to kill to get all this. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go with the elf. I'm super familiar with the elf. I don't know if this would be faster with some of the other, possibly the Harani. I actually have made a few Haranis and brought them up through, you know, like level 30. Which, by the way, we're going to be stopping at around level 30, actually 29 technically. But, you know, the Harani could be potentially an option as well, especially if you're like more familiar with it. But, anyways, you know, I'm sticking with the elf, obviously. And let's just talk. So, or let's talk a couple of things here. It's one of the important things to know is that when you're doing this, and if you're planning on, you know, making or doing this maybe multiple times, or, you know, every day, every other day, whatever, doesn't really. I'm not sure. It's really going to be up to you on how often you want to do this, obviously. But there's a couple of important things to know, and one is that any character that's below level 10, so you know anywhere from 1 to 9, actually. If you're level 0, if you just make your character and then you can actually delete it right away and not have a delete timer whatsoever. Not that important, and no one that's probably not that useful to know. But anyways, the level 1 to 9, however, you will only get a 10-minute delete timer for that character. So that's great for the Haranis where you're just making them for the labor pots, or the labor overtime pots, I guess maybe I should say. It's great for those. Just stay under level 10, and you'll be able to delete them within 10 minutes, and just make a new one. Run through your quests again, get new pots. So that's great for that. For these ones, again, we're gonna end up. I think we're gonna end up at level 29, or that's the idea anyway. Again, unless something has changed, which we're gonna find out. But because we want to get the labor rechargers. The rechargers restore. The first labor recharger that you use in a day restores 1,000. The second one is like 975, and then it's like 950, and they keep kind of dropping down. I haven't. I don't know if they've changed anything about those. They seem to restore the exact same amount of labor as they always have. So actually, we'll slam a bunch of them at the end of the guide here. Probably. Well, I guess I'm kind of high on labor actually right now, and I almost ran off here without talking to that guy. All right. So we'll see. We'll see on that too. Hopefully this all works out. I don't know what this is. Corrosive barrage. No, we're gonna find out. Yeah, hopefully, hopefully everything still works right. Let's actually let's do shortcut. Oops. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Normally I do. Well, I think did they change some stuff in here? No, I'm just rusty. I'm just very rusty. I like to make sure that the tutorial is not being used. Shortcuts. Here we go. All right, so that gets us the shortcut bars. All right, let's just see how this works. Oh no, I can't use shoot arrow because I don't have a bow. That's terrible. Okay, so gunslinger isn't good for this, frankly. We're gonna have to buy a bow. God, that's terrible. How did I know that I was gonna? Well, let's just let that guy kill us. Yeah. That's what happens when you don't equip any gear whatsoever. All right, that's okay. We're gonna fix that. That's not that big of a deal. So I guess that being said, my recommendation is to not make a gunslinger, because that's gonna be a problem with your shoot arrow achievement. That's so funny though. God, of course that would happen or be a thing. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Okay. Oh, this is, well, okay. I guess there's a case for grabbing the bow right away. I'm gonna grab this gun though for now. Yeah, we're gonna do that for now. Excuse me, jeez. That's okay. We're gonna buy another. We're just gonna have to buy another one of these crates. There's a merchant over in Lakeside that we'll talk to, and we'll buy a bow, or an explorer's bow, just so that we can do the whatchamacallit, the achievement. But so that's a new thing. So previously, as I had actually mentioned earlier on, when we were making the Harani, normally because the gunslinger wasn't a thing before, they would always just give you an explorer's bow automatically. Well, now they give you a box, and then you have to choose, right, between the gun or the bow. And so that messed me up just a little bit. But that's okay. Like I said, we'll just buy an explorer's bow or a crate and get a bow so that we can complete that achievement. So no big deal. Just a little bit of a tweak that, you know, I guess I didn't really think about. But all right, so we're gonna get our mount. I think this is actually really important. And then we're gonna grab let's do a great club. I'm a big fan of the great club. Keep in mind, our intent here is actually to just trash this character when we're done. I'm not gonna even open up that crate actually. Okay, that looks good. Trash that armor plate. You don't need to do that, but I'm gonna do that because I'm planning on buying a different set of armor because I want to look good while we do this. Let's open up this crate though. Experience boost potions we're gonna throw out. We do not want to get more experience than is necessary, so we're gonna throw those out. We gotta talk to this guy. We have to actually do things? What? I thought this was just gonna play by itself. Alright, so if you notice there, I interacted with the well. You gotta grab a little bit of water. For the elk, for growing our elk. Nice booty shot there. Jeez, I'm bending over. This is so scandalous, by the way. I didn't really think about that before, but yeah, just really inappropriate. You know, running around in our underpants. Scandalous. Very, very scandalous. All right, so let's move some stuff around here because we'll see reasons. And we're gonna be using pots. There's achievements here that we're gonna need to knock out. So I've already got the first two done, but there's some here in rank 6 to 10. Now I wanted to bring this up. This is funny. This is wrong. You know, either the menu, I guess either way, it's either the menu is wrong or the programming in like how they you know, programmed the achievements to actually activate. It's kind of funny. It's very minor, and you probably would never really even notice it if you weren't, I guess, really looking. I mean, it took a long time for me to kind of notice it. I was doing the last video, and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Well, so this tier isn't correct. It's actually level 7 to 10. So they really messed that up. I think that it's actually just a little bit funny. You know, it's just like, it's such a small thing, and like I said, you know, most of the time you're never gonna notice it, but yeah, it's wrong. But anyways, all right. So we don't have to worry about so basically, even though these aren't locked, our progress in these basically saves, right? So you don't have to worry about like waiting to start the stuff. It just, you know, you can just start it. You know, it's not a big deal. But all right, so let's hop on the mount. Don't go around the south side of the lake. I know that's you know, that might be a little technically a little bit faster for now, but we want to run over to Lakeside first, and then I guess I'll probably just bind there. You don't need to, but yeah, I guess why not? And let's move some stuff around here. I like to do some stuff like this. This goes here, this goes here, this can be gone. Most of this stuff can actually be taken off. What is this? Oh, is this? Ooh, I wonder if shoot rifle can activate that achievement. Let's just see here. Boom, boom, boom. It's in this one. Nope, it still says shoot arrow. Well, I'm gonna try that, just to be sure. All right, so we'll do that in a minute here. But let's just keep going. We're gonna, yeah, that'd be interesting. We'll see if that works. I don't think it's going to, because that achievement specifically says use shoot arrow. But we're gonna find out. That could be another thing that, you know, that would have taken, you know, a couple seconds to do, and they just decided not to do it. All right, you know what? Let's do that. We're gonna do that right now. So let's go into daily contracts. We'll unlock our first one. Oh, look at that! How lucky am I? We got Gwynedd 10 right away. If you get a 20 or a 30, you can go to change mission and try to change that to get a 10, but, oh gosh, I gotta be so close to use this. That's funny. Oh, this is an AoE? What? That's cool. Yeah, I realize I'm clicking this, and that's dumb, but that's something else. All right, so let me see here. Where's our achievements? Let's get back on this horse. Oh, it counts. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, cool. We don't need to buy a bow then. All right, so that's good. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they I'm surprised that they didn't completely mess that up. Okay, so anyways, so normally I would have to use, and this does say to use shoot arrow, but okay, so it does say defeat enemies with ranged attacks, but I mean, we can't use shoot. This should say use shoot arrow or shoot rifle. I mean, minor criticism there, but the important thing is they both work. Okay, so cool. You don't have to buy a bow and use the actual shoot arrow skill. That's cool. Okay, so good job. Is it Gamigo? I don't know who actually develops this game now. I don't even know, man. All right, anyways, not important. All right, so we've got stick them with the pointy end on, so I can get rid of that melee skill. But I still do need to use the shoot rifle a couple more times. Yeah, what were we at there? Oh, I wonder if that counted for every enemy that I was hitting. I feel like it did, because didn't I only use that like? Oh, maybe did I use that only like 3 times? I don't know. Again, not real important stuff, but cool nonetheless. All right, so we're heading up into Memoria, still doing our green quests, obviously. Get rid of this mount. Talk to Billion here, and and we'll just return, because we bound in Lakeside. Now, if you didn't bind or if you forgot, you'll have to open up your teleport book and actually teleport there. But again, I was thinking ahead, so we're just going to return. And actually binding and returning once is actually an achievement. So, you know, that's good to do. There's a couple of points where I guess I would kind of recommend binding. So, you know, it won't be the last time that we'll do something like this. But, all right, anyways. At this point, we get finally, by the way, we get the quest to upgrade our weapon. So we're gonna do that. So this is, and we've got plenty of coins because, you know, we've done so many more quests, and obviously, so that gives us our pot. I'm gonna hit that right away, and then it says use the Eye of Truth while standing near Billion. So we're gonna use that. I'm gonna move this over here. I don't know why not. All right, so now I am going to, what do we have here? Sugar. Okay, so I did kill a couple of things, so we'll have to kill less stuff. But all right, so let's just use, it's a shift 3. All right, so that gave us the Gilda Star for using the shoot rifle, right? Let's just make sure that that's done. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and that was the Gilda Star for that. All right. Oh, this is just hitting everybody. Okay, so I'm digging Gunslinger already because their basic attack hits multiple things. Oh yeah, because it's like a, is this a cone? It looks like it might be a cone. I'm learning, by the way. I've never played Gunslinger, so you know, brand new stuff for me. All right, that looks good. Okay, 10. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, that's actually really cool though. Yeah, I'm almost prepared to say that you should be making gunslingers to do this. Where are we at here? Let's talk to the armor guy. Let's see if I can repair. Oh, I can already. All right, so repair equipped gear. That gives us a Gilda Star later. Obviously, we're not gonna be able to get it quite yet. Blizzard. Let's do Blizzard plate. I like Blizzard plate. And then let's get rid of the Moonrise crate because we're not going to wear it. And we're going to upgrade the pants because that will be needed later. So that was our other infusion that we got. So we're just going to use those on the pants. All right. Next, we need a seed. I buy a rice seed. I like rice. I make a lot of stuff using rice in the game, even though this is pointless and I'm not ever going to come back here and gather this. So that's the right, we get it. It's an achievement for watering one plant. If you didn't have enough water, if you didn't have any left over from when we raised the elk, grab it from the well here. Oh, and then I need to talk to the general merchant. Let's buy 3 Evanstones and 1 memory ink. We will use these later. What is this? Why do I have the Lord's fruit? Where did that come from? I don't know. Whatever. That's very weird. Oh, wait, what's that say? Store the... What does this do? I think this just gives us a stupid little buff. Yeah, all stats increased by +2. Ooh. Look out now, guys. Serious stuff. All right, let's buy the shabby pet gear. Actually, forgot to buy the leg. Normally, I would have bought the leg guards earlier, but you know, I'm a little bit out of my element these days. I'm, for one thing, rusty, and then 2, we've you know, made this gunslinger, which is new. So new things apparently just completely throw me off, and it makes me terrible. But over when we talked to or when we got our elk, normally I would have bought the shabby pet guards there, just the legs. We probably wouldn't have had enough money to buy anything else, and that's just because the legs themselves have a little bit of, so it's 5% move speed. So, but whatever, you know, details, right? Pretty insignificant, but it would have saved us a little bit of time. All right. At this point, I'm going to throw away this other water we're not going to use anymore. And then let's just continue on with our green quests. And I think I still need to use a couple of potions, but let's just check here. Wow, we're already level 9. I meant to check in with some of this stuff before, but I forgot. Okay, I still need to dash more. Still need to use a couple of pots, so let's just use those. And that was our 2 Gilda Stars. Okay, so we're done with these pots now. We don't have to worry about using those anymore. I'm just going to pull them off the bar because we can just sell those. And then here we need to interact with these guys. You basically just click them, and then you click this little eye, or the little whatever thing. Are those? Oh no, they are yellow. Okay, so you don't actually have to kill those. If you notice, they were orange, so they're not hostile to us. So we can just move on. Live and let live, as I say. And we also want to be reducing our experience whenever possible. At these lower levels, I'll be honest, it's not actually gonna matter whatsoever. But I just like to do it anyways. All right, so let's pick up pick up Songcraft now. We can't get the speed song quite yet, but that's coming up. Let's put dash here in 4. Why not? Clicking over here oftentimes keeps that the icon will stick to your mouse, and that's really annoying. I don't know why that's so easy for that skill in particular to happen, but whatever. We'll just avoid that by, you know, not using it for more. And of course, I'm going to click that over there, you know, eventually. Very much a do as I say, not as I do type of person. All right, so we're looking for some mushrooms here. We're going to do some recreational shrooms. Actually, we're just going to dig them up, apparently. Well, that's a little lame. I mean, I guess, right, if we had the... I mean, we've got options here. We could be doing a little experimentation, but yeah, I guess we're not going to do that. That's lame. You are lame. All right, so here's the third one. Obviously, these are all over the place, but I generally stick to these ones because they're away from enemies, and I don't want to fight extra. We want to try to save as much time as we can because we want to be efficient with our time. All right, let's talk to efficient with our time, and I'm, you know, playing an MMO. All right, anyways, let's dash here. I think we can buy the speed song now. I guess we'll do critical discord as well. All right, that looks good. And then we did get our first, what are these, drinks? I guess they're called drinks, right? We're gonna have to use those. Yeah, and that gave us the food as well. All right, so at this point here, I head around the backside. Oh, wilted, that's not good. So we need to find out. Okay, here's a lily. I want to find a lily that's not wilted because we're gonna need these for a quest. So just grab that, and then let's move these. We need to start eating and drinking. We need to use these 5. We don't need to eat or drink more than we need to, but we'll get going on that. That's an achievement as well. So there's an achievement for, you know, eating or drinking all 5 of these adventurous savory soups, and then another for using 5 hardtacks. So we'll just hit these again. Now, if you notice here, you know, unfortunately we have to stop to eat and drink. So we'll just do that. Wilted club heads. Wow, someone's slacking. Whatever. All right, so what do we got? And by the way, so I'm using dash obviously with the mount to speed us up, and I don't want to use dash and then try to eat and drink because that's going to waste the dash timer. So make sure not to do that. But we'll eat now again and drink again, and we're back on our way. And I need to drink in real life because Dr. Pepper is so good. It's not my fault that it's so good, but it is. All right, let's continue on here. Is our dash timer about up? There we go. All right, so eat and drink again. I know this is a little bit lame, but it's better to do it now than wait until the very, very end of the video where, you know, and then just sit there and eat and drink back to back. That's horrid. So make sure you stay on top of this stuff. We'll use dash one more time. Hit our song. Be merry on our way. Let's cut into the wilderness here. We'll take this bridge, the North Bridge. And boom. Okay. Now we're done with the hardtack and the savory soup. It looks like because we're not 11 yet, so this tier is correct. This stuff starts to unlock at level 11. That'll be in like the next 5 minutes? 1 minute? Yeah, probably the next minute. I think we're gonna hit 11 right here in the in Lilia. Oops, see, there you go. I just clicked that. I guess it didn't. The icon didn't stick to my mouse like it normally does, but let's see here. Oh, cows. I'm always looking for cows because I like to chop them up. But not important for this video. You don't need to do that. All right, so that's the wife, the knight's wife, and then we'll talk to. I'm not even gonna try to say this guy's name because it's ridiculous. One thing I should have brought this up I probably should have brought this up actually in the when I was making the Harani, but you know, sometimes, especially if you're like on a brand new account or something, it's possible that you could get to, you know, the point where you need to upgrade your gear and then not actually have the labor, because it does take labor. It takes like 15 labor to use that first infusion. But you know, if that's the case, you just need to wait around, and that's, you know, a little annoying, but it is what it is. You gotta get her done. So yeah, not the end of the world. Obviously, I'm on an account that's ancient and has plenty of labor to do that sort of thing. I guess now is a good enough time to point this out too. So kind of one of the reasons why I've redone this is they've changed the way these labor rechargers work, and there's offline regeneration now. I think that is only for patrons though. If I don't think you get offline regeneration as a non-patron. Which I suppose makes sense, right? Like that seems like that would be too good. Although I don't know. But all right. Anyways, we need to interact with the Cobalt Brazier up here. But yeah. So okay. So let's talk about the way that the labor system worked before. Basically, there was two pools. A non-patron only had a pool of normal labor that was only 2,000. So that's been increased up to 5,000, which is great, by the way. That is a phenomenal change that they've made. I'm gonna skip this Nui. The Nui's got a 4 quests that we actually need to do, but I'm gonna wait until later. There's just no real reason to worry about her right now. But yeah, anyways. So that's been the one change. So like I said, the base labor pool is up to 5,000 now. Again, that used to be 2,000 for non-patrons. It was always 5,000 for patrons. But then the other pool is what is now, it's called offline labor regeneration. So that only fills up while you're offline and you're patron. So again, if you're not a patron, that doesn't apply to you. You're not going to get offline labor, which is somewhat unfortunate, but you know what, it is what it is. That pool used to be called server labor. Now, server labor was a pool that would only fill by using labor rechargers. Labor rechargers no longer do that because that pool doesn't exist anymore. That pool is now, the labor rechargers now just give you regular labor. So all in all, for this method, great changes. There's actually no downside to the changes that they've made, especially in regards to this method. So, all right. Whoops, I needed to leave my mount out. All right, so what I'm going to do here is get my mount killed off because there is a Gildastar for reviving your pet using a pet heal potion. And here we need to kill this noble woman though still. So, and here I'm just spraying and praying here. This seems to take a lot longer than the bow, I guess. Yeah, this seems. Maybe it's because I'm splitting my damage between multiple targets. Yeah, this feels way longer than if I was just using endless arrows, but that's okay. No biggie. All right, so obviously I just wanted to die there because it actually brings us closer to town. And at this point, we're going to use our pet heal potion. And again, this is going to give us a Gildastar. If you find yourself, gosh, I should have brought this up earlier too. My goal here is to get to 100 Gildastars prior to level 30. It's very easy to do it after level 30, but it's actually really difficult to do it before 30. You have to really go out of your way, but that's the plan. Let's put our pet gear back on. The reason for that is what we're going to do here is we're going to buy, where's Gilda? We're going to buy a rumbling Archeum tree. These have a chance to go Thunderstruck. If they don't go Thunderstruck, you'll still get crystals out of it. So I think it's very good. So if you need money, if you're new, or even not even necessarily if you're new, if you just want some extra cash out of this, because I mean honestly the real win here is getting those labor rechargers. But if you want a little bit of extra cash on the side, try for the rumbling tree. Maybe you'll get lucky and get a Thunderstruck. That's not always going to happen. The ratio isn't that great. Maybe, I don't know, is it 1 in 10? Somewhere around in there. Maybe it's not even that good. But I guess I'd say don't count on it. But, you know, again, it's possible. Anyway, regardless, you're going to get crystals out of it too. So I think it's worth doing. Oops, I didn't need to do that many. Where are we at here? I don't want to get any extra. I don't know that would give us any extra experience, but I'm destroying them anyway. All right, here's the quest chest. All right, got the bloody crown. Let's mount up. I am going to use this method. I think that this is actually kind of tough to do sometimes. Yeah, and I'm gonna fail, of course, right away. Oh, there we go. Okay, so once you get up like into here, we need to run this way and jump to the right and get onto there. I used to, in my previous video, I didn't actually recommend doing this, but I think it actually is kind of worthwhile, and to do the glider. The reason for that is, I mean, it is a really easy Gildastar there. So let's go back to River Span. We'll just teleport there. I mean, River Span is like right there, so I guess if you wanted to fly down, you could do that, but this is, I think, maybe technically just a little bit faster. And I've got tons of, or we've got tons of Hereafter stones, so I'm not too worried about, you know, using those. All right, so let's take our reward, and we'll be on our way. River Span is done. So what else? All right, so previously, actually, in regards to the old labor system and pools and whatnot, server regeneration had a cap of 3,000. The new offline labor cap is 5,000. Cool. I mean, basically irrelevant to what we're doing here. Though I will say, if you are on a patron account, if you're on a patron, you know, you'll need to at least do a little bit of work in regards to working that offline labor off to get to, because okay, so that's the way that works. That's similar. So okay, in the previous system with the server labor, once that server labor, if you had any, it would always use that first. It's the same way with the new system. The offline labor now gets used first before your regular labor. I don't know if that doesn't seem to be a real issue, you know, or not. But anyways, the old way with the server pool, you would have to, you know, again, use that 3,000 labor first. Now that actually did affect this method where you could only basically smash 3 labor rechargers right away, because that would get you to almost 3,000 server regeneration. But that's not the case anymore. So, you know, now with the rechargers pumping labor into your normal labor pool, and because your normal labor pool is now 5,000, that's just a benefit to us. And again, especially if you're playing on a free-to-play account. So yeah, so those are the changes, probably between, you know, if you watched the previous video to this, as far as I know, that's going to be the only changes, but we'll see. I guess it's possible that, that there's going to be some other changes as well, but again, we'll see. And I'm not 100% sure with that. Oops, I should have. There we go. I didn't even bother killing that guy, because why bother, right? And there we go. Okay. The mount takes the stun. The cheese stands alone. What? That doesn't make sense. What are we talking about? We're talking about Dr. Pepper, that's what. And how good it is. No, I'm not paid by them, although they should pay me and give me free Dr. Pepper for the rest of my life, frankly. because my dentist needs to stay in business. All right, and God, what? All right. Anyways, God, let's keep going. Right. This is what happens when there's dead spots, right, where we don't have to do anything. I go off about nonsense. But yeah, anyways, so again, I would say, like, great changes actually in I was frankly, I was surprised. I really think that the offline labor regeneration thing is cool. Now, that is completely irrelevant to what we're doing, and actually there is not a benefit whatsoever especially if you use the if you make a Harani and then run labor pots overnight, but it's cool nonetheless. I think that it's a good change from serverless, because that system was just, I don't know. I guess it was okay, but there's just, like I said, there's no reason to kind of do it that way. All right, we need to go back to the Liliat Community Center now. I guess I could have ran to Windshade, but who wants to do that? Let's just teleport there. I've already got the the teleport location, so let's take advantage of it. But yeah, so like I said, I think there's just no downside to the new changes to labor. It's all been positive. So that's cool. I like that. That's it's good that they made that change instead of kind of keeping it the way it was. All right, so and I think that does at least. I mean, again, it's not going to apply to us, and if you want to do this, but it actually does at least benefit you in logging out. Frankly, though I don't know what the labor offline. What is it? Restores 10 labor 5 minutes while you're logged in. Offline labor only restores your offline is consumed before online. So this doesn't actually tell me how much you get offline. I'm curious what that is. I'm gonna assume it's only 5, but I don't know. I don't know. I should actually test that out. I mean, who knows, right? It could be like 100 labor every second when you're no, it's not. I'm just kidding. It's not that ridiculous. That would be amazing. My impression was that it's 5 every 5. Well, I don't even want to say that because I just don't know. I don't think it's that good though. I certainly don't think it's better than using labor potions. So, yeah. Anyways, all right, we are. Oh, I'm slacking here. We got new pots that I need to use. Let's get rid of these. Bum. Oh, and I'm overshooting here. All right, we need to enter Neil in chat. Neil. Do a lot of kneeling and bowing as an elf. Very, I don't know, are we just super respectful, or, I don't know. It's funny too. I've gone through all these quests so many times, and I really don't know what's happening with the elves and their storyline. Look at all these sheep. God, I'm so tempted to just chop you all up. I'm really tempted. I'd like to do that. All right. Oh, again, slacking again. We got new pots, and we need to be using them. So just bring those to our bar. You need to dash. This is going to be, we're doing this quite a bit slower than my previous video. I feel kind of bad about that, but like I said, I'm already a little bit rusty, which is sad because I've already, I've done this so many times. I feel like I should be able to do this stuff with my eyes closed now, but not the case. And we're gonna get this quest is gonna automatically activate as we run across the bridge. There it is. We're gonna pass on that. We don't want any, like I said, we don't want any extra experience. So there's no reason to do that. So I will say now, now that we're, super deep into this, because I don't know, if you don't want to do the Gildastar stuff, you don't have to. Like, if you just want to get your labor rechargers, do that, and then don't worry about the Gildastar stuff. I just felt like it was a waste. I'd get to the end of this, I'd have the labor rechargers, and I'd have, like, I don't know, somewhere between 60 and 70 Gilda stars, and I was like, you know, could I get to 100? You know, prior to 30, and you know, because that would get me the Thunderstruck tree, and those are worth money. So my answer was then yes, and then I, you know, kind of thought out what I needed to do to get to 100, and this is it. So again, though, if you find that, like, you know, eating and drinking and using these pots, and there's going to be towards the end of the guide there, we're gonna have to kill ourselves off a couple of times. So if you find that to be too much of a pain in the butt, and you don't want to do it, then don't do it. But I don't know. I think it's worth it. Especially if you're really new, and, like, you know, if you don't have. So there was somebody in chat I think it was just yesterday, maybe it was the day before, talking about how they couldn't continue on with the Blue Salt line quest because they didn't have a Thunderstruck tree or something like that, and that is unfortunate. I think that they didn't do. They revamped the Blue Salt quest line at some point, but towards the end of it, you still do need a Thunderstruck tree, and it's just like, I mean, they're not the hardest things in the world to get now, but I just kind of feel like they should just give it to you now. Like, I don't know, carts are a major point of the game. The game has been out, whatever, a billion years. And that would be another way to get newer players caught up to the more established players, but they haven't done that. So unfortunately, like, this is one thing that, you know, a new player could do to help get themselves caught up. So, anyways, all right. So you grab the quest for the boat from that guy, and that gives us another Gilda star. The reason for that is the boat itself and the quest itself doesn't give you the Gilda star, but when you get a boat, there is an achievement that triggers, and that gives you a fishing pole and a Gilda star. So make sure you do that. Let's just see here. So we're at 47 at this point. Now, all right. So for this quest, we need to be very, very careful. Let's see if this still works. There's some wonkiness to this. I'm not really sure why it's the case, but previously I didn't have to turn this quest in, and by doing that, we actually save ourselves a couple of, you know, we don't have to suicide as much at the end of the guide. So we'll see if that's still a thing. I don't know if they've patched it or not. Let's see here. They have not patched it. Fantastic. So do not turn in the Elves and Sandtooth. Grab the Dahuda cult. So you see there, she's still eligible, or she's still saying that we're eligible to turn in that quest. And we're not going to do that because that's going to give us some extra experience that we don't need. Okay, so that's cool. They haven't changed that. That's actually fantastic news. I was kind of worried that that might be the case because that would add, I mean, at the end of the day, it wouldn't add that much, but I didn't want to do it. So what is going on here? I need to... Yeah, I don't think, oh my god, I'm gonna get killed by these guys. Okay, I probably need to buy some skills here. Oh god, no! Okay, yep. So that's not good. That was really bad. I should not have, for one thing, I shouldn't have taken on 2 at a time, I guess, but I probably need to actually start buying some skills here because, yeah, look at this. So that's just my bad. That's just me being lazy and not picking up skills. Yeah, normally when I was playing the, because I'm used to doing this on the Archer. I mean, so I don't know. Actually, so now that I think about it, I would say that, I mean, just because I don't know, this is going to be a waste of what, 3 minutes or so? So, like, not the end of the world, but, I think that Gunslinger's a no dice on this method. I think I would have just stuck to the Archer. I mean, because that was not an issue before, but whatever. It is what it is. Let's just see. Yeah. Maybe I'll have to read some of these skills too, because that's the other thing. I don't know what any of these skills do. I really just did it because it was new, right? And I wanted to see. Oh, that's okay. All right, I changed my mind again. Yeah, the Gunslinger is good.
Oh, that's so funny. All right, so I just knew I need to move some of these skills around because that was ridiculous. Yeah, that would have. All right, again though, so you have to be very careful here. We want to turn in the Dahuda cult. We do not want to turn in the Elves of Sandtooth. So let's just do that. All right, so we'll just leave her. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, did I not pick up the new one? I didn't pick up the new one. That's why. Okay, we need to pick up Archbishop Lysindel. That's why. Yep. Again, man, I'm rusty. See, this is what happens. Yeah, don't play for like, I don't know, a month, and I've just lost a lot. But, you know, that's what happens when you get old, too. So definitely don't get old. That's going to be my biggest actual advice here from this. If you take anything away from this video, it's to just not get old. So, you've been told. All right, let's keep going here. Let's keep going here. And let's do it. Boom, do the thing. Look at that. Yeah, that's a lot of damage there. I should actually switch my keybinds too, so I'm not, you know, terrible. But what's this one do? Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, I don't know what that does. All right, loot him. You have to loot him because you can't just kill him. You have to actually loot his corpse. He's got something on his body that that we need for the quest. All right, let's take a look at our achievements here. Okay, this one we're gonna do later. Oops, let's just see. All right, so you see where I'm at here? We're climbing up the mountain. This is kind of a shortcut over here, kind of. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, all right, back to our achievements. Yeah. So okay, we're 6 out of 6. So I got the dash. That was the only one that was missing. This we're gonna complete later, so don't worry about it. We're done with all of this stuff. Okay, that looks good. I'm looking for these ones. Okay, Misty Memory. Okay, so there we go. These are done now. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good on pots and food for the time being. Let's just take a look though. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Oh my gosh, an actual player? What are you doing? What are you doing, dude? Are you? Oh, how dare you? He's chopping up sheep. Wow, inappropriate. Just kidding. I do it all the time. All right. Excuse me. Jeez. Let's keep going here. So we're trying to get to. Look at that. Look at that. I still think that's so cool. That helps this method so much. I think that like saves us from having to suicide. It's like 3 times or something towards the end of the video. So and I just, you know, the crazy thing is like I wish I would have kind of known that or figured that out earlier. There was one day though, so it was during double experience. So by the way, and now is a decent, well, should have probably said this earlier too, but these are the kind of things that I think of while we're going. This is not doable whatsoever during double experience. The amount of time and effort that you would have to put into suiciding during a double experience period is not worth it. It's just too much of a pain in the butt. So again, unfortunately, and they do frequently run double experience events in Arcade, so you know, find something else to do for that week or however long it lasts, because this is not going to be something that you're going to want to try to do. Again, it's maybe possible if like at level 24 you basically, you know, get super close to 25 and then start dying or start suiciding, you know, and losing all the experience down to 24 and repeating that. It's not worth it. I've tried it. Trust me on this. It is not worth the time investment. So, all right. Anyways, now this is the newie. What level are we? Oh, we're only 18. We'll see if this. Oh yeah, she's got all 4. Okay, so good. All right. So what we're gonna do here is knock out all these newie quests. You get 1 Gilda star for every one of these quests. Why is this? Jeez. Oh, that's why. It's because I keep hitting F. All right. Hereafter's energy and Lily offering. So that was for getting that Lily that we picked way earlier. Hereafter's energy is for the memory ink that we bought at the very beginning of the guide there. And that's that. And then you just type flowers in for one of the quests as well. So pretty easy for Gilda stars.
That one for the memory ink is interesting because you get one Gilda Star just for buying the ink itself. And then you get another Gilda Star for actually giving it to the Priestess of Nui. So, you know, two birds, one stone. That always feels good, right? All right, so let's take a look in here. We're good. 21 is not, wow, yeah, that's a ways off yet. So our next tier of achievements is gonna be a bit, what is going on here? Stuck in this tree. Terrible, terrible. Look at that. Look at all that time wasted. Feels so bad. So bad. If I was a better player, I wouldn't have got stuck in that tree. But alas, I am not good. I am bad. And thus I get stuck in trees. It's really embarrassing, but, you know. I was born that way, so it's kind of tough to feel that bad about it. So, alright, let's continue on the road here. Up to White Arden. I love this place, by the way. I don't know what it... Well, I know what it is. It's the trees. I love aspen trees. I wish there were more... maybe I should plant some in my yard. I mean, in real life, not in the game. I would never plant aspen trees in my in-game yet. I'm just kidding. I totally would. Why not? You know, they look nice. All right. Find Bellion. All right, so let's do that. Let's find him. I love the other reason why I love White Arden, not from just a, you know, a purely aesthetic reason, but White Arden is really fast. All right, so let's talk to Bellion here. All right, talk to the mages. I think these guys insult us, which it's not really nice. He guy called us a traitor. What? Yeah, I don't know what it would help if I understood what the what was actually going on here, but it's tough to understand what's going on when you just mash complete quests and not read anything, right? Because I'm in addition to a bad player, I'm a bad person, and I have no interest in what these guys are saying. Sorry, I'm just not interested. I'm just interested in what you can do for me. That is, you know, these people are just stepping stones on the way to labor rechargers. So that's what you are to me. All right, yeah, pretty dark stuff. But come on, they're NPCs, right? Come on, you're all meant to serve me, essentially, right? Like, what do you do? What do you do? You just stand here all day, hoping, praying that I'm going to come by and interact with you. That's all you do as an NPC, okay? All right. So, closing the gate. We're doing that. We're closing gates. We're closing the gate. All right, so talk to Attendant James at the manor. And then, since I bound at Road's End Post, I'm just going to return there. Now, same deal if you forget to bind at Road's End Post, because I didn't point that out. I just kind of did it. You can just teleport there, and I would recommend doing that. It's faster than trying to run all the way from White Arden, because they kind of put you in, right? That spot up there is kind of a weird area, right? Because we're like, you know, up in here, and Marianople's down here, so like it's faster to just go this way and take the road. And I think we've got some food that we need to eat here, so let's pull open our inventory. I need to move some stuff around. I can take that off the bar. Normally I would have my bind set differently. I don't like using shift, but whatever. Let's equip that. Here they are. Okay. Whoa, wait. No, we're not splitting. 6 and 7. All right, so 6 and 7. Let's eat. I know this is going to be annoying. I'm sorry. I hate doing it, but it has to get done. So we need to eat and drink. That's, are we 20? Yeah, we're 23. So we can take a look at our achievements now. So yeah, so it's use 10. Oh my God, I forgot about that. It's so many. All right, so sprint has worn off, so we can eat and drink again. So let's do that. And there we go, we're back on our way. Take down some more Dr. Pepper because it has to be done. I'm literally forced. Well, not literally, but I'm figuratively forced to drink it. I'm obligated in some way. It's solidarity. It's solidarity with my in-game character. You know, it takes a drink, I take a drink. It takes a drink, I take. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not that serious. I guess I should probably be eating some hardtack as well if I was really, you know, interested in solidarity. But you know, I'm a little bit of a hypocrite on that level. So, all right, let's dash again. What do we got here? Quick step. Okay. Yeah, that's the name of that. Speed song, right? I just call it speed song. I don't think I've called it speed song once. So it was mostly a lie. I don't ever call it speed song. So, yeah. Good to know. All right. Eat and drink again. Let's do it. Eat it and drink it. Hit that speed song again. Quick step. If you want to be more accurate, you know, and not just make up terms that we never really use anyway. Okay, so here we're finally getting into some stuff to talk about, and that is we're getting the, what are these things called? The Faint Fire Luna Gems. So, and we're getting these tutorial quests too. I recommend not doing them right now. Reason being, I screwed something up one of the times that I went through this. I don't remember exactly what I did, but I think I tried doing something too early. That's the problem. If you try to do some of this stuff too early, well, the tutorial hasn't popped up yet, and you know, if you try to do it too early, then you get kind of screwed. So so we're not going to do that. We're going to wait. We're going to wait right until we're 29, you know, at the very, very end to do all of those. Here's this. Let's do. And I still need to eat and drink here. I feel like I'm a little bit behind because I just wasn't on top of this stuff. But need to pull these to our bar too. I'm gonna end up clicking these, which I don't like to do, but you know what? That's what happens again because I'm. Oopsies! Did I pull that off the bar? I did. Oops. Okay. We're gonna need to use both of those pots as well. I think you need to use 10 of them. Obviously, we don't have all of them yet, but we can get started. And then we'll just eat and drink again. I'm clicking because I'm a baddie. And I mean, honestly, who cares? Who cares? This isn't. We're not PvPing, right? I can click stuff, right? Okay, so let's try to do this without dying. Although that wouldn't be the worst thing ever, frankly. Yeah, look at this. This class is gonna be. This class is interesting, man. I kind of like this. Oh, and we're. Look at that. Well, yeah, I think I like that. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's good. That's cool. Very cool. It's very tempting to actually try this out in, like, you know, end game. That's the kind of stuff that I like to do. I dislike almost everything in. I shouldn't say that's not true. I played this game a lot, put a lot of time in, so I can't say that I don't really like the game. And why would I be doing this video if I didn't actually like the game, right? But all right, so right now we're gonna suicide a couple of times here. Let's just take off the gear. Make sure that you're not using a quick step here because you won't be able to take off your gear if you're if you're playing a song, which is really annoying actually. Oh, did that just miss? Am I out of range or something? I don't know. Whatever. Okay. The gun thing is very new to me. I don't know. I like it though. I like the gun. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. So I actually played WoW. I know of all games. I actually hate WoW. It's just not my game. But I played. I actually like playing a hunter, and I like that they've got, you know, shotguns, or hunters can use guns in that game. So, pow, and they sound cool. At least they do in WoW. I don't know what they sound like in this. I generally play with my sound down. So, all right. So that was our 2 deaths. From this point on, we're not gonna suicide again for a little while. But the reason for that is because we don't want to hit level 30, and if you don't suicide a couple of times, that's gonna bonus. So there's our Gilda Star because we finally ate and drank enough stuff here. Let's move these off, and we'll continue on. I only die twice there because that, if you notice there, that second, so the first death is instant, and that's because we didn't have a rebirth trauma debuff on us. That second death, since we do have the rebirth trauma, and I guess it kind of keeps tracks of how many times you've died with the rebirth trauma on. The second time you die, you will get a 10-second cooldown, then you'll get a 20, then you'll get a 30, and it keeps ramping up. So basically, you don't want to die too many times in a row because then you're just going to be sitting around on the ground, waiting for your, waiting to actually release. So, again, don't die too many times in a row. I think we can stay at 2. So we'll only get that 10-second respawn timer. The debuff itself lasts for 4 minutes, unfortunately. So, all right. So at this point, we are done in Marianople. We need to make our way over to Esna. And if you notice here, we got our second tutorial quest. Again, we're not going to complete that for a little while yet. We need to eat and drink some more. Let's take a look here. I don't think I actually need. We don't need to use those. Let's see here. There's our achievements. All right, so we're only going to get to the 26 to 30. So yeah, we just need to do these two. So with this method, this like suiciding method, I guess I would call it. We aren't going to need to do some of these achievements, namely bet on success and then fast cash no credit check. These are optional though. Like if you find that you get to the end of the guide and you've like missed something, which is very possible, and I will fault no one for missing some of this stuff. Obviously, you're going to want to just check your achievement log. Again, probably the easiest one to miss that you're not going to, that's a little devious, is that one for healing the pet, or for healing the mount. It's very possible that it's very easy to miss that one. And then obviously the 4 from the Nui, that's another, so I guess technically that's 5 that are kind of, the healing the mount, that one's the easiest one to miss, I think, just because it's not in the achievement list. But anyways, so if you find yourself, at the end of the guide and you're missing, you're just short of 100 for whatever reason, you've got options. We're going to see how close we get, but there's a couple of things that you can do. Number one, so this labor one we're going to get done. Let's see what's left in our 1618. So enter Mirage. That's easy. Party Animal, there's no reason to do that. That doesn't actually give you a Gilda Star, so don't worry about that one. Oh, I'm stuck on you jerk. That's what happens when we're not, watching where we're going. The 16 to 20, we're going to do salvage a piece of gear in a little bit. I don't think I'm going to end up getting the 20 gold. I don't think I ever end up with 20. We'll see. But I don't think we'll get that. So, that said, if you've got a higher level character and you've got some gold, you can send this character some gold and it'll just give you that Gilda Star. We're not going to need to do that though. Same with same with 30 gold. Same thing. We're just not gonna generate enough on the way here to do those. I'm getting close to here. So we've got 30 seconds. That's almost perfect. But then like I had mentioned earlier, so the bet on success and fast cash no credit check, those are really easy to do. Oops, I did overshoot this. My bad. We needed to jump off the bridge over here. So on the Esna Bridge, you'll see there's some crayfish things down here. Make sure that you do not jump off too early. We got to get rid of this rebirth trauma first before we jump off. And let's hit these pots. All right.
and we're just gonna suicide here. We're gonna do another. We're just gonna take 2 deaths here, and that'll get us. That'll drop us down to kind of where we need to be, and then we can continue on into Esna. And dun, 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 dun. Yeah, jump off, try to take some fall damage, and I think. Oh, so I'm not equipped with anything, so maybe my range is a little bit lower with the gun too. I don't know. I don't know if leather actually affects your range with the gun. I feel like it should, right? Because it's kind of like a bow. I don't know how it's written though. I don't know how the leather armor set is written. I guess it's not that important because largely irrelevant to what we're doing. But all right, anyways, that's our 2 deaths. You know, not too bad, not too big of a deal, right? I used to not do this. I used to do like the God. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, there's a bunch of different stuff that you can do towards the end of the guide that will make up for some of the Guild of Stars that you don't get if you don't go as far in the green quest line. The problem is if you don't take any deaths, you can't continue with the green quest up to the point where we want to go, because we will get too much experience and we will hit level 30. We do not want to hit level 30 because at level 30 that will give us a full week delete timer on this character. So again, we do not want to do that. We want to make sure that we're under 30. So we want to say 29. All right, so at this point we can talk to this lady. She gives us our tutorial, or she activates the tutorial for using an awakening scroll. So I'm going to take off my weapon, and then we need to, let's start with the faint fire glow Luna gem. We're just going to use that. We'll do faint fire glow Luna gem ranged, and then it says socket a faint, and that actually did that gave us our first recharger. Okay, so just selecting the faint fire glow gave us our first labor recharger. So here, this isn't going to give us a recharger, but we're going to do that we're going to do it anyway. If you notice here, alchemy, spend up to 500 labor to socket a Luna gem. This actually doesn't take any labor whatsoever to do this, so definitely do this. And that gives us a crate, or gem carver pouch. Sometimes this will go to your mailbox. I have some crap in here from a Twitch event, but sometimes it goes to your mailbox. So if you don't get the gem carver pouch in your inventory, check your mailbox, because it's likely that's where it went. I always go with the fire glow, and then we're going to select the ranged, and we will just, oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, so yeah, that's not good at all. All right, so that doesn't work apparently with this. That's not good. Okay, so we need to be more careful. We're gonna be able to, we'll be able to do this again. That's not a big deal. I think maybe I just don't normally use this, but let's see here. Oh, that's why. Head, chest, waist, legs, hands, feet, wrist, instrument, or undergarment. I don't normally do this one. Yeah, that's my bad. I'm just going to throw that out because we don't need that anyway. So that's my bad. I accidentally did that, and I shouldn't have. But all right, so let's do the faint wave glow Luna gem next. We're going to go with physical defense. Again, this is just because I always pick this. Yeah, normally I wouldn't use that one. So that's kind of silly that I just forgot that I don't normally use that. Same thing though. This says 500 labor, but it doesn't actually cost anything. So let's just do that. Okay. Now that gives us our second gem carver pouch. So again, that first one that I screwed up, no big deal. That's my bad. But we need to make sure that we pick the right one. And that's the wave glow gem crate. So let's grab that. And then we'll carve, we need to do physical defense because that was the one that I grabbed. I feel like, you know what? This is, yeah, so this is different than, I think I just messed that up. I don't remember what I used to do for the weapon, but yeah, this is not what I used to do actually. But that's fine. This is gonna work. I just kind of, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure what I did wrong there. I just grabbed the wrong gem carver, I think is what happened there. But anyways, all right. So that gives us our bound Luna gem crate. Now, the other thing is, like, you don't necessarily need to do this, but I always do it anyway because this gives us the. I always grab sorcerers for whatever reason. It doesn't matter which ones you pick, but let's we're gonna salvage these. So these are our Luna gems, and when we salvage these, we're gonna get these superior glow lunarites. So I got 4 that time. You can get either 3, 4, or 5 for each one that you salvage. Only 3 that time. That's lame. So yeah, I'm not getting that lucky. And then another 3. Yeah, that was almost as bad as you could possibly get. So did not get very well. I just didn't get lucky really on this one. I only got 1 more than like the minimum. The minimum that you can get is 9 because again it would be 3, 3, and 3. The maximum I could get is 5, 5, and 5, which would be 15. So that was bad. I got again really unlucky this time. So let's just send those. Actually, we'll just wait. I don't need to send this stuff yet. We are very short on cash, so we're not going to hit 20 gold. I don't think. I actually do need to use those too, though. All right, so that got us the other gold source. We're at 88. We're really close. Okay. So the next thing that we need to do is use an equipment awakening scroll. This you have to use this on a weapon. Oops, I accidentally equipped it, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. So let's just see if this actually works on the rifle. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that worked. Okay, perfect. So that gives us obviously. Okay, so we've got the gun now. Crystal Wings crate. Let's open that. There's a Gilda Star in that crate. It gave us the wings, so we'll actually be able to fly now. And we're at 89. Okay, so at this point, I am 28, 50% in. We need to go back outside of Esna. Let's just make sure that we've got the teleport location. Where's Esna? Yeah, Esna. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we're good there. We're gonna probably just teleport into Esna, I guess. After this, because that'll save us just a little bit of time. Maybe it's not. Maybe it won't actually be a save, or maybe it won't save any time whatsoever because we're gonna have to wait. Because after you die, when you respawn, you can't teleport right away, or rather, you can't jump through a port. But whatever. All right, let's take our gear back off. So we want to die faster, right? Don't leave the weapon on because we need to actually get this thing to attack us. Ah! Plop. Kill me. Kill me. Alright, snappity snipe. And, oh, getting clawed. Oh, there's another. Oh, snap. Okay, well, that's the end of that So Long, Cruel World. Let's die one more time. We always do our suicides because we never get it right the first time, right? Oh, that's kind of dark. That's not good. That's not appropriate. Oh, and I wasn't able to shoot him before I stunned myself there from the fall damage. So that was a major fail. That's gonna, we're gonna lose like 3 seconds because of that. Oh well, it wasn't a perfect run, guys. I'm really disappointed about how many faint glow lunarites or Luna gem. Wait, what are those called? Faint superior glow lunarites, right? Superior glow lunar. Yeah. Really disappointed in how many I got there. That was really lame. All right, so we can buy. Yeah, look at that. That's a 15-second. That's terrible. Okay, well, that's fine. We're gonna teleport into Esna. We'll just have to wait for that to go up. Oh, look at this. This is eating up all of our weakened body timer anyway. Look at that, perfect timing. Look at that. All right, so we're just teleporting into Esna. And I'm gonna jump through the Mirage Island portal here because that gives us a Gilda Star, and then we'll just leave right away.
Excuse me. Bum, 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 leave. All right, that's going to put us right back outside. Perfect. All right, hop on the mount, and we'll be on our way to the king. We're almost there. We're almost done. If you notice there, the pot finally swapped over to rank 2. So now we're at, plus 6 labor every 5 minutes. That always feels good. All right, so and I'll say, so in probably anybody that's played the game for any significant amount of time knows this, but if you are offline when that pot expires between ranks, so if you're going from rank 1 to 2 and it expires while you're offline, it's gone. And when you log back on, you will not have that buff going. That's unfortunate. A lot of times overnight I'll disconnect and boom, the pot's gone and it doesn't run its full duration. And that's the crummy thing is the majority of your labor is coming out of your last, your final ranks, right? Because you're getting 15 every 5 minutes, but that's life. That's the way the cookie crumbles, or whatever lame saying. Anyways, all right, so we're at 28. We're at 94%. We're really, really cutting this close, so we'll just keep making sure. I forgot the exact amount of experience. I thought it was you wanted to be under 45,000 experience. If you notice, if you're able to see at the bottom there, it says 41,941 experience. So I think percentage wise, you want to be under 50% for sure, but I think we're good here. And I mean, this is a little bit. We're gonna see here. I mean, this could end up with me at 30, and I'd be very angry. But I think this is perfect. It doesn't look like anything has changed. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so look at that. We're at 97%. So we're right there, right at the edge of 30. We're gonna take this quest because it gives us a teleport to Cinderstone. The reason why I do that is I'm not intending to actually complete this quest, but because it just gives us the scroll, it actually puts us closer to the merchants. So I'm gonna pass on this now because we're done. Okay, so let's take a look at. We're at exactly 100, so that's perfect. We just completely nailed it. At this point, we can sell all of our all the stuff that we're not gonna need. I guess whatever. I wouldn't sell the lilies because we could actually just sell those on the auction hall. Don't accidentally sell your superior glow lunarites. Whatever. We can sell all this crap. Plunk. That got us to. That did get us to 20 gold, and we did get that extra Gilda star. That's, completely unneeded and unnecessary. But, all right, so at the end of the day here, we'll take a look. We got, 20 gold. Okay, big deal. Not cool. That is really lame. But also lame, though. We only got 10 superior glow lunarites. It's actually really disappointing. I'm very surprised that I got so unlucky this time. I think in the previous video I got 14, so I almost nailed it. But, you're not always going to get that lucky. But, all right, so we're going to go into a ward, go to Gilda, and then buy the rumbling tree. There's some other stuff that I guess you could buy if you wanted to. You could buy, I don't know, I guess mineral tree. You could buy 2 mineral trees if you wanted. I don't know why you would want to do that, though. Yeah, it just seemed that would be silly. I guess if you didn't want to do the whole Gilda thing, right, and try to get to 100, then maybe you're at 60 or something at the end. But yeah, but I did. And again, the 5 labor richer. So again, previously with the way that these worked, and we only had a pool of 3,000. It was called server labor. That was basically the pool that the rechargers went into. But now, that's not a thing. And you can just bash these back to back if you want to. Now, I'm not going to here because, I'm at 4,457 out of 5,000. But let's just say you were at basically no labor.
You could smash all these back to back. Now, you know, who cares? You know, you can just use a couple of them, use some labor, and then use the other ones. But here, I'm basically done. So I'll just show you. Like normally I would send this stuff to one of my other characters, but I want to show you here the delete timer. And so what I was doing here is basically, I mean, you can do this really once a day, because again, the delete timer is 1 day long. And then if you rotate your slots like that, you can actually do this literally every day. And sometimes multiple times in a day. Like, you know, if you wanted to do this twice in a day, you could. That's, you know, pretty extreme. I think your chances of burning out, you know, really go through the roof if you do this a shitload. But but it is what it is, and you can do that if you want. But and unfortunately, those labor rechargers are going to recharge less, you know, for each subsequent use, until I think, and I don't know if this is still the case, but if I remember correctly, they were bottoming out at 500 labor. So, you know, I would say don't use too many of them in a day. Anyways, all right, so we're going to delete her just to show you the timer. 23 hours, 59 minutes. Again, if you hit level 30, this would be a week-long timer. So do not hit 30 under any circumstances. Make sure you are under 30 when you go to do this. But that's that. That is, those are my two methods. Again, I think the first one is great for overnight. You know, it's the end of the night. You know, are planning on whatever, going to bed. You may sleep like a normal person does. And that's great for overnight. The second one is just, you know, you want a bunch of extra labor. And you can get, you know, I mean, it's not technically 5,000 if you smash all of them in 1 day, but it's close to it. So, okay, there was a couple of things that I wanted to that I actually wanted to point out here. So let's jump back in. Really, we'll take a look at the achievements that we've got done here, and like I would say some of these options. So and I don't recommend this. It's the way that I used to do this. I didn't used to basically kill my character, like suicide, right? And what I would do instead was I wouldn't get to this point in, oops, not this one. I wouldn't get to this. That final green quest actually gives you like, I think it's like 4 Gilda stars. It might even be 5 or something. It's a lot though. And I wasn't doing that though because I was getting so close to 30. You know, without suiciding, you know, that's because that's a lot of experience. Like the suiciding 4 times is like, or sorry, it's actually 6 times there. At we'll just say 4,000 a pop. You know, so that's 24,000 experience. The problem is, again, if you don't do that, then you can't complete that final quest. So again, I recommend just suiciding. But if you, for whatever reason, you don't want to do that, I will go through. There's a couple of extra ways to get some Gilda stars that we didn't get. Now, obviously, most of this stuff is already done. This is a, you know, there's nothing here. So we've completed everything that we could up until, oh wow, not even this. Jeez, all the way up to here. So you can do the 30 gold. Obviously, we ended up with 1 extra, again, because we actually did get to 20. But, you know, if you've got I assume, you know, everybody probably has a higher level character with some gold on it. You could send this character, you know, a little bit of, obviously it would only be 10 gold to get to 30. You could do that. So that's an option. That would get you 1. The easier ones, like this stuff is not easy to do at all. I would not do any of this. And actually the improved glider, that actually would require you to use Gilda Star. So don't do that. Crafting the helmet and the fins, don't do that either. These 2 are easier, or at least one of them is. Bet on success. If you are a free-to-play, or this is a free-to-play account, you can actually do this one because you can still bid on things on the auction hall even if you're not a patron. However, you cannot use the sell the item at an auction, so this would not be doable. The other couple that I'll talk about is in Cinderstone here. If you wanted to, you could go to the community center and pick up the there's 2 quests there.
and they're kill quests. And they will give you a guild star each. It costs you 1 gold to buy the item, so that would cost you 2 gold technically. And then you activate the quest, and then you have to kill mobs like right around. You can kill them all right around here. It's lizards and then horses. And I know it's weird. Normally the quest indicator for the horses takes you up here, but there are a few like right around here, I believe it is, that you can kill for that quest. So you don't need to go all the way up to the... But I don't recommend doing that. It's a total of 24 mobs. And these characters are super weak, so it'll take a more effort that I want to put in to killing those. If you've got a high level or something, and this is like a separate account or whatever, all these caveats, you could do that. Again, though, I don't recommend that. I'm just throwing that out there for options. That's like, what, 4 or 5 Guild of Stars. Again, though, the other thing is you got to stay below 30. And you're really running the risk of hitting 30 if you go and kill those extra mobs and stuff. So again, I'm just saying, don't do it that way. This is the easiest way. Although there's also a quest, which again, I don't recommend doing in Yinster, or I think that's the way you say that. It's basically the East Side's version of Cinderstone. And you could go over there and do that quest too. Unfortunately, Yinster only has 1 kill quest that's like that. But again, don't do it. I don't think it's worth it. Just don't. Just do it this way. Kill yourself off a couple of times, like the whatever. Well, I guess 6 times, right? And just go that way. But anyways, that is all I've got. Hopefully the guide was helpful to somebody. Probably crazy people that want to spend a bunch of time getting a bunch of extra labor. But again, hopefully it does help those people. So as always, thanks for watching.